Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital Thursday, July 18 spoilers. Carly's emotional request for Jason, Sonny's offer stuns Brooke Lynn. General Hospital, GH spoilers for Thursday, July 18 revealed that Nina Corinthos, Cynthia Watros will deliver an apology, so that might involve another one for Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mancy, and Blaze Aka Allison Ali Rogers, Jacqueline Grace Lopez. It wasn't Nina's fault that Adrian DeWitt, Diederik Gray, went rogue and posted Natalia Ramirez's Eva Leru recording, but she'll still feel responsible for the chaos unleashed through the invader. Although Blaze will assume any hope of reviving her music career is gone, Natalia is already working on a new strategy to save it. Sonny agreed to bankroll a new record label, but he wants to be a secret investor and put Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, in charge. Brooke Lynn will be taken aback when Sonny helps Natalia make a pitch on Thursday's GA episode. Sonny will insist their plan depends on Brooke Lynn, but she'll hopefully get on board once they explain everything. At the PCPD, Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, will joke with Dex Heller, even Hofer, about the longest 5 seconds of his life, so it'll be interesting to see exactly what Chase is referring to during this bonding session. In the Quartermain stables, Cody Bell, Josh Kelly will give Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, news on the situation with Max Scorpio, John J. York, who turned his back on Cody over his DNA deception. Cody may admit he always took pride in being a loner who never let anyone get too close, at least until he came to Port Charles. Tracy will sense that Cody eventually realized that wasn't something to brag about and will get him to admit he wants the family he's come to know. On the footbridge, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton will have a beer with Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, as they mull over what the future holds. Now that Jason has handed over incriminating Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart evidence, he's hoping John Jagger Cates, Adam J. Harrington, will keep his end of the bargain. Carly may have her doubts about John letting either of them walk free, so she'll want Jason to promise her something. As Carly gets emotional, she may ask Jason to let this be the end of his sacrifices for her sake. If Carly urges Jason to promise he'll stop protecting her, that may be a promise he can't make. Jason adores Carly and would do just about anything for her, so he may insist she'll have to live with that. Our GA predictions hint that Valentin's getaway could affect Jason's deal with John. Since John is already suspicious about Jason sitting on the evidence, he may ultimately realize Jason was letting Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, warn Valentin so he could escape. General Hospital spoilers say John may accuse Jason of botching the investigation and threaten to force him into more missions, so stay tuned for updates on how Jason will handle all this. The sun had barely risen over Port Charles, casting long shadows over the familiar skyline as residents braced themselves for another day filled with drama and intrigue. At the Corinthos compound, the morning began with a mixture of hope and tension, a fitting prelude to the events that would soon unfold. Carly's emotional request for Jason. In the Corinthos kitchen, Carly Corinthos was pacing back and forth, her mind racing. Her eyes, usually so full of determination, were clouded with worry. She had been contemplating this decision for days, wrestling with the implications it held for everyone she loved. Finally, she steeled herself and picked up her phone, dialing a number she knew by heart. "Jason, I need to see you," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. Within minutes, Jason Morgan arrived, his expression as unreadable as ever. Carly greeted him with a tight hug, her anxiety palpable. They moved to the living room where Carly struggled to find the right words. "Jason," she began, her voice trembling slightly. "I need your help. There's something I have to ask of you, and it's not going to be easy." Jason's eyes narrowed in concern. "What is it, Carly? You know I'll do anything for you." Tears welled up in Carly's eyes as she explained her plight. She had been receiving anonymous threats, and while she had initially dismissed them, they had become increasingly specific and menacing. Fearful for her family's safety, she knew she had to act. I need you to protect my family, Jason, Carly pleaded. I don't know who's behind these threats, but I can't take any chances. Please promise me to keep them safe. Jason nodded, his expression resolute. You have my word, Carly. I'll do whatever it takes to keep you and your family safe. Sonny's offer stuns Brooke Lynn. Meanwhile, across town at the Quartermain mansion, Brooke Lynn Ashton was in the midst of a heated argument with her father, Ned Quartermain. The tension between them had been simmering for weeks, fueled by Brooke Lynn's recent decisions and Ned's overbearing nature. Brooke Lynn, you need to start taking responsibility for your actions, Ned scolded, his voice rising. This family has done everything for you, and it's time you showed some respect. Brooke Lynn rolled her eyes, frustration evident in her posture. I am taking responsibility, Dad, but I need to do it on my terms, not yours. Before the argument could escalate further, the doorbell rang. A butler entered, announcing the arrival of Sonny Corinthos. Both Ned and Brooke Lynn were taken aback. Sonny rarely visited the Quartermains. Sonny, what brings you here? Ned asked, trying to mask his surprise. Sonny offered a polite nod. I need to speak with Brooke Lynn. It's important. Curiosity piqued. Brooke Lynn followed Sonny to the patio, away from prying ears. Sonny's demeanor was calm, but there was an intensity in his eyes that suggested this was no ordinary conversation. Brooke Lynn, I have a proposition for you, Sonny began, his voice steady. I know things have been tough for you lately, and I think I can help. Brooke Lynn raised an eyebrow, skepticism evident. Help? How? Sonny took a deep breath before continuing. I want to offer you a job, a real job, working for me. I think you have the skills and the potential to be an asset to my organization. Stunned, Brooke Lynn could hardly believe what she was hearing. You want me to work for you? In what capacity? Sonny's lips curved into a slight smile. I need someone who can handle public relations, someone who can navigate the social scene and manage delicate situations. You've proven you're more than capable of that. Brooke Lynn's mind raced. The offer was unexpected, but it was also an opportunity to prove herself, to step out of her family's shadow and carve her own path. I need to think about it, she stammered, still processing the magnitude of Sonny's proposal. Sonny nodded, understanding. Take your time. But know this, Brooke Lynn. I believe in you, and I think you can do great things. Elsewhere in Port Charles, at General Hospital, Dr. Hamilton Finn was grappling with a medical mystery that had stumped his colleagues. A patient had been admitted with a rare and aggressive infection, and despite their best efforts, they were no closer to a diagnosis. Finn, we need to figure this out, Dr. Portia Robinson urged, her brow furrowed in concern. This patient's condition is deteriorating fast. Finn nodded, determination etched on his face. I know, Portia. I'm doing everything I can. We just need to keep searching for answers. As they worked tirelessly, another drama was unfolding in the halls of the hospital. Elizabeth Weber was struggling to balance her duties as a nurse with the emotional turmoil caused by her relationship with Franco Baldwin. Their love had been tested time and again, and now it seemed another storm was brewing on the horizon. Franco, we need to talk, Elizabeth said, finding him in the break room. I can't keep doing this. We need to find a way to make this work. Franco sighed, running a hand through his hair. I know, Liz. I'm trying. But it's not easy. Elizabeth reached for his hand, her eyes filled with determination. We'll get through this. We always do, but we have to do it together. As the day wore on, the residents of Port Charles faced their challenges with courage and resilience. Carly's emotional plea to Jason set a chain of events into motion, while Sonny's surprising offer left Brooke Lynn contemplating a future she hadn't imagined. In the midst of it all, the staff at General Hospital continued their tireless work, proving that even in the face of adversity, hope and determination could shine through. The sun began to set over Port Charles, casting a warm glow over the town. It had been a day of unexpected twists and heartfelt moments, reminding everyone that in this town, nothing was ever truly predictable. And as night fell, The promise of new beginnings and the strength of enduring bonds carried them forward, ready to face whatever tomorrow might bring.